Hey beautiful people, I'm Sheavaun and I'm really glad that you're here tuning in for our first video for the series of He Dances With Me. I'm assuming you've read the first chapter because that's what we're going to deal with today. What I'd love to see happen over the next little while is there's 8 chapters in the book. I'd love to deal with 1 chapter a week. I'll give you a few thoughts through video with a question, and then there's a reply section underneath the video where I'd love you to put in your thoughts, what jumped out at you through the chapter, and what your answer is, and communicate with each other as well, not just between you and me, but also with the other people who reply. That would just be really cool. I'd love to develop a sense of community here, okay? My goal in unpacking my story is not to focus on me. No. I'd love to be able to bring this to you, help you to see yourself in it, what your story is, and how God fits in, okay? I'm going to monitor all of the answers. So if you don't see your reply immediately after you type it, it's because I will be looking at it. I want to just ensure that this is a safe community, okay? So I'll just be double checking everything. I have my little cheat sheets here because I'm nervous. So that's why I keep looking down. Here we go. We all have a story to tell. It may not be as dramatic as mine, but yours may be also significantly more so. It was really hard for me to see my life as a story, though. I could tell you bits and pieces here and there. You know, I could tell you a circumstance, something that happened, but to see my whole life as a story altogether, that was daunting. I didn't want to go there. Actually, as I was writing the book, I always had this image of a hand reaching in and tugging, trying to pull out, you know, this stubborn story that wasn't going to come. I hated it. I think one of the reasons why it was so hard for me is because the task of seeing everything that had transpired in my life so far as a whole picture, as opposed to sporadic little snapshots, forced me to sit up straight and realize that I'm not done living. There's more. There's more going on. I've got a role to play now, and I've got choices. I may not have felt like I had choices when everything was happening to me, all the crap, all the death, the sicknesses, the chaos. Didn't feel like choices to me, but I do. I get to be able to take the good, the bad, and the ugly that happened then and choose how I'm going to go forward. I can choose how I'm going to use those things. So I just did 2 cards. What I'd like to hear from you is what jumped out at you as you were reading the first chapter. And I mean in regard to yourself. Now, I'm not going to be really strict. You can put down whatever, if you have whatever thoughts you have. We're going to just try and make this as organic and easy as possible, okay? But I'd love to hear how you saw yourself. I think that's one of the beautiful things, one of the magical things about hearing somebody else's story is not only are you hearing what happened to them, but for some reason you're identifying with one thing or 2 things or something that jumped out. You're seeing yourself somewhere in there. So tell me, talk to me. You may not have been able to relate to maybe the circumstances, but what about the feelings or something else? I'd love to hear from you, and I'll do my very, very best to respond to each of you. But keep in mind that I'd love for you to respond to each other, okay? All right, I'm really excited. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.